I'm here on the north side of Berlin, and I'm going to climb above me what will be the hardest Offwidth of my career. I'm not really sure how it's going to go today because I've been training for it for like 6 months, and I've trained really hard, but it's the longest Offwidth I've ever done. Basically, can I hang upside down for about 40 minutes and not fall off?
I say keep it going, come on, come on.
This whole bridge project thing came about in a bit of a random way. I'd already been coming over to Berlin for a year or so. I kind of just got connected up with some of the climbing community in Berlin. Obviously, all the cracksters, they kind of gravitate towards one location. I think there was a message that came through from Henry saying that he'd found a really cool crack.
Well, I think I found the bridge 3 years ago. Yeah, then I went to Crackfest this year and talked to Tom, and we could check out the bridge together.
I've been sent quite a lot of stuff like this over the years. I don't know, a lot of things are never quite as they think they're going to be. They're always, you can shove your legs through too deep, the width isn't right, you can't access the back of the crack, it goes over a massive highway, so you're just going to die or get the police call on you really early. But actually, this one ended up being perfect, proper splitter Offwidth, and it was 60 meters long. Like, I went there for the first time and went, holy smokes, this thing is just really freaking good. What I'm doing is trying to pad out my feet a little bit, because basically the contact point in the rock is all along the top of there, and it compresses the nerve really badly just here. Oh god, it like hurts even just pressing the cardboard against it.
Maybe you could put your toes through this bit and slide it on. Yeah? Is that where you're going to go in?
That's just like the ultimate paddle, isn't it?
This is for the OnlyFans foot close-ups. Only jams. Who wants an only jams? Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
And what we need to put in it.
Yeah, and what we should put in there.
Like, what do we actually need to sell of ourselves for this to be worth it for anyone's hard-earned dollar? First time going on the crack, kind of stood up so you could just place your hands above your head and get into the stacks. I was like, oh, this is great. Wide kind of cupped butterfly jams or very tight hand fist stack. So you feel pretty locked in, but it was pretty surprising at how quickly it added up for the difficulty. On concrete, it is so freaking continuous. If I remember rightly, the first time I went out there, I didn't really get that far at all. It was a bit of a kind of quick realization of, holy smokes, this thing's going to take quite a bit of effort to train for. So expectations for the warm-up are, I've just got to make sure that the gloves, the shoes, the setup of this weird protection method that I'm going to use on it is right.
The protection is a difficult topic. You need to place many cams to not do a ground fall, or like Tom, you need to basically free solo it.
Just give us a little gear debrief, because this is not normal what you're doing.
So what I was doing whilst working the route was I was putting in friends and just kind of like leading it and working each section out. But then that felt like a lot of effort. It's really hard just reaching back the whole time. You kind of have to use your core in a very particular way. So then I was like, right, what is the next lightest option? I won't place any gear unless it all goes wrong, which doesn't sound like the best option, but it is in my head, because the theory is if I have a friend and I have it attached to this little kind of fixed 6mm cord tether to my harness, is that what I do is I climb all the way to the point of where I'm just about to fall off. So basically solo it to the point where I think I'm going to fail, and I've got to just judge where that point is. The sort of thing that Honnold, I feel like he would like that sort of method.
Yeah.
That'd be a lightweight method. Importantly, actually, is I am taking 2 cams up with me, one on both sides, just in case for some reason I drop one, or I can't pull the trigger back, or whatever. So I do have some redundancy. So I'm not that stupid. Have got a degree of safety in me. I feel like there's one other thing that I was doing that was safe. I think technically speaking, you could actually fall off onto your feet and you just break your ankles. But if you're gonna land on your head, that's really non-ideal. So I figure if I put in a friend whilst I'm hanging by my feet, that'll give me a bit of psychological backup. And if I suddenly slip out from my feet, the friend will catch me and that'll be okay.
What do you think about Tom's method? How are you feeling about that?
Well, he's a professional climber. It's not going to be my mission to free solo it. I'm not a British trek climber.
How's it feeling, Tom?
Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be there. Just get in the zone. A little hang upside down. Just trying to like remember the exact sequencing of hands. On the day of the ascent, actually, in some ways, mentally, I got into a really good place. So from there, I put that one to there, and then I backhand to that side, palm, and come underneath. And it was also really good to have Pete there, turning up today, because he'd flown in that morning from Norway. So having your main climbing partner just turn up, just like an amazing mega shared psych. He was just kind of saying all the right things to me.
You do understand that this is the easiest sequence of any route to ever remember, because it's the same 4 things for 200 foot.
Pete, that's not helpful.
No, but that is helpful.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's reminding you that you don't actually have to remember anything.
To celebrate Offwidth climbing, Tom's recent ascent, and the anniversary of climbing Century Crack, we're bringing out a new Century Crack t-shirt. The one that I'm wearing, we have a limited run of 100, and once they are gone forever. There's details in the description, there's a link on screen, so go and check it out on our website now.
5 threes.
So the plan today is full red point scenes.
Yeah, so it's all in.
We're going to watch you suffer. I've just come for the suffering, it's brilliant. I've just flown in for the suffer.
I can smile now because...
This is new. We never do knee taping.
No.
This is really American.
This is basically because I still wasn't organised enough to get some knee pads.
Okay, would you wear knee pads if you could,
Yes.
rather than tape?
Yes. The other thing is I've got this really crap tape.
Do you want some white boys tape?
No, I don't want to use the good stuff. It's just my knees. The good stuff is being saved for elsewhere. People had said that they would call out some of the markers as I was going, so I'd kind of have some progress reports. 'Cause it's hard to get a sense of where you are because you're up there so long. The point where I'm in the middle of the river and I'm crossing that midway point, that'll be really useful to know that I've got halfway over the river section, and then it's 15, 10, 5, and then I'm at the last pillar, so something like that.
Yeah,
that'd be
we
really
can
helpful.
shout, all right, 3 more meters till the end of the water.
Psychologically, big thing is getting to this pillar
Yeah.
on the last go, because then like I think I can compartmentalize it that I can have enough to just do 10 more minutes of just absolute gruel fest if I can get to that point. It's the question is, can I get to this pillar on this side? I think that is the very big question.
Right, Tom, why the hell are you in a safety vest? And also, why the hell am I in a safety vest?
Because we're going raving.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Big rave.
No, we are in our safety outfits because this is a bridge and we're going to cross a bridge. That's a national highway. We need safety.
Where's your hard hat?
Do you know, I haven't got a hard hat. But I've got a high vis.
You got a high vis, so you're fine. You can get anywhere with a high vis.
Yeah.
You literally can.
Right, just thinking. So, I'm taped up. I'm going to wear shorts. I'm going to wear this. I so don't want to do this.
And you're going to climb the hardest Offwidth you've ever climbed. It's going to be brilliant. Go on then, cross the bridge then.
And I think the really nice thing that kind of broke the pressure ice. So me and Pete walked across the bridge on the top side, carrying our little step ladder so that Pete could film and get some good angles. And I was just thinking, this is so typical of our climbing. Most people go to a crag in Spain and go and do some really nice climbing. Here we are in northern Germany, walking across a bridge in high-vis vests with a step ladder.
Okay, I'm chiming in from the cameraman. I'm camera side today. And I can safely say, after seeing the crack for the first time, that this is going to be tough. It's completely parallel, which is very different to climbing on normal rock, because you don't get those like little constrictions. I would say I haven't been in it, but it looks a little bit smoother as well. So you're having to like constantly kind of torque and twist a lot more. So you can't like rely on just the rock friction. And also it's really, really, really long. It's going to be interesting times. I'll keep you posted from the camera side.
There's so many cobwebs. That's definitely something you have to get used to up here. I can see, looking on the crack, that since I was here last, the cobwebs have formed again.
Right, so back in 2011, we did Sentry Crack, and you said you were going into Offwidth retirement. That was it.
Yeah.
And then in 2021, we did the big bridge roof crack.
Yeah.
And you said you were going into bridge crack retirement.
Yeah.
2024, we're at the biggest Offwidth single pitch bridge that you've ever climbed. So you're back out of bridge and Offwidth retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
It is awful. It's awful, folks. It's awful. It's gonna be good though.
But it's fun at the same
Fun.
time.
It's fun but awful.
Okay, so count the dots. Count the dots. Setting off and climbing up the back section of the crack. I'd never actually done that before. That was a little bit of freestyling. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to do.
Ready? Some of that. Bish bash bosh. Go big. You can go big.
See if I can get on the start here.
Yes, you can go at the start, yeah.
I've never done this.
Never done. Never done, no. Just ease into it. Ease yourself into it. Ease into it.
And then just got stuck into the crack and just setting off and being really methodical. And the thing that I was trying to do with this was, in my head, I was really aware that I needed to be in this mental zone where I'm like in a highly concentrated bubble of automation where I'm just doing the same move again and again and again, but I needed to be really split from how much the pain and discomfort I'm sensing and being aware of. And then the other thing is also having this extremely committed, this is kind of serious and so badly going to hurt yourself if you get it wrong, but you can't be too aware of the danger because then you get a bit gripped and you use too much force, and then that starts to feel too tired because the thing is so hard, I had to be relaxed at the same time.
Yeah, really good, Tom. Just keep it going steady. You're at dot number 3.
And I got to the first pillar and I was thinking, yeah, body, I'm cycling through the muscle groups, it's going okay, I think I'm happy with where I am. Mentally I was in a really, really good place. And then pushed on after the first pillar and got into the section where I
Nice, Tom.
was really established over the water. And it was there that I went, okay, the pump level is really, really high now. and I'm gonna have to be very, very careful how I manage this going forward. Yeah, maybe 20 meters into the climb, I'd burnt through like 95% of my sort of physical reserve, and I was getting into that last bit where I just have to manage it really, really carefully.
Okay folks, so basically it's just past pillar 1, which is maybe like just under a third of the way there, looking really, really smooth so far. I would say it feels reasonably tense at the moment. I think at the moment I'm feeling positive. It looks really good, really solid, and really like fit on the movements. So yeah. But I think from the halfway point, that's when we're gonna really know whether it's on or not. So let's see. Nice one, Tom. Just keep it going steady. Smashing it, mate.
The next zone of 20 meters was the really start to suffer quite a lot and grinding hard work. Be very methodical, straightforward, be careful not to come out of my mental zone, not to think about too much how much more I had to go, because you still got 40 meters to go and everyone was really quiet down the ground. So whilst I don't pay too much attention to anyone, I was quite aware of the silence, which in some ways made me feel like it was a bit more serious than it was.
So I would say he's about halfway now, and looking really, really strong. Again, haven't heard any like complaining or shouting or groaning, so that's looking really freaking solid. Yeah, really impressive. I think I will probably run around to the other side now. I'll go across the top of the bridge. So we're just making our way across the bridge. Tom's under there somewhere. I'm probably walking across him right now. I think he was about halfway.
And then arriving at the last 20 meters, I came out of the little bubble because I heard Henry say something like, "You're nearly over the water section."
Nice, Tom. That's the end of the water.
And I was like, oh, right, okay. This is kind of getting good. I've got only the last third of the route to do, and I'm still not fallen off, and I haven't actually get to the point of failure. And I think that was important for me because I've rationalised if I get 40 metres into the climb and I've been up there for half an hour, technically speaking, I must be in a kind of aerobic zone and I'm not going to fail, hopefully, if I can just control fatigue. And then the last 10 metres where I'd gone to the other side and I was back over the road, that was where it was just full sufferfest. Physically, I was hurting a lot. I could feel on my palm that I'd gone through and made a really big blister underneath the crack glove, so that was hurting quite a bit. The backs of my calves and legs, they'd abraded through, and I could feel the pain a fair bit on that as well. And so then it was thinking about how I chunk down all the last remaining bits, and kind of had to just stick to this method of stacking and then palming on one side of the crack and kind of just clenching with my bicep to create force. And I'd like slap my leg and try and like open out the thumb, because when you're jamming, this just gets really crampy and really, really fatigued. So by doing this, it was kind of opening out my thumb and trying to relax on it. Being over the roadside and the barrier and everything like that, even though it's serious falling in the water, on the roadside it's particularly bad again, so that helped kind of go, right, no fuck ups at all, this has to be spot on.
4 more dots to go. You got this. Keep breathing.
Come on, Tom, you got it. Come on. I say, keep it going. Come on, come on.
Hello.
2 dots, Tom. Come on.
Come on, Tom. 3 more meters.
Come on. One and a half dots. Come on.
I think I just got a bit whimpery. I don't think I was doing, like, my way of doing this isn't kind of, I don't know, Sharma, kind of sad, like all manly, like Andra. I think I just went, just, like I was gonna just cry. So, yeah, I just ground it out for that last little bit.
You got it. Come on, dig deep. Come on, Tom. You're at the last dot. One more dot, one more dot. Come on.
Yes.
Yes. Nice, Tom. Nice, Tom. Steady away on the last bit. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Yes, really good. Nicely done. Absolute weapon, mate.
Nice and steady.
Yes, yes, there, you're on it, you're on it. Come on, Tom. Come on, come on, come on. Yes.
Imagine that blowing it.
No. Nicely done. Oh, that was flipping beast mode, mate.
Run.
Do some of that. Bosh. Nicely done. That was smooth. That was smooth. You look more tired now you're off it.
The last 15 metres.
Yeah.
Absolute misery. Holy shit. That was a lot. That was a lot.
That was a solid effort. That was so good.
I am
so good.
never having to do anything like that ever again.
Cup of tea now.
Definitely a cup of tea.
Don't forget to celebrate Offwidth climbing, Tom's amazing ascent and the anniversary of Century Crack. Our new Century Crack t-shirt is now available from our website, including the 100 limited edition prints. All the information is in the video description. And if you enjoyed watching Tom suffer as much as I did, then maybe you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks, and see you in the next video, folks.
So the big question that I think everyone is going to be asking, the O grade. And I've thought hard about this, long and hard. We saw how he did on Belly Full of Bad Berries. He's clearly a freaking good Offwidth climber. it would depend on how much training he put in and what he did in the replica. Got to put a finger in the air with these things. It's going to be an unconfirmed O grade. So Adam, text me. No, seriously, I will be there, you. But like, not too many sessions. It's risky putting big O grades on things because you can get so harshly downgraded. But O5 to O10, that is where I think it's at.
We need a number. We need a number.
O6. Yeah, okay, O6.